and a half, 1 3/4. I think we're live.
Yep.
Hey guys, can you hear me in chat? What is up? Good evening on this Wednesday night crypto chat here with your boy Bagsy. I just stole Crypto Nye's entry right there. It's your boy Shill Nye. It's your boy Bagsy.
I
He's gonna fucking
know,
hate me
man.
for that
You're
one.
fucking stealing
Yo,
nice shit, son.
let's start again. No, I can't have this shit. Just kidding. But
Bagsy,
glad to have you guys
introduce
here.
it's your boy.
So let's introduce our lineup. First, we have NekoZ. How you doing, man?
What's
Crypto
going on,
NekoZ.
Bagsy? What's going on, Bagsy? What's up, boys?
Chilling. Next off, we have my dearest co-host who just had a huge dinner and finished walking his dog, Mr. KingBTC.
What's up?
Thirdly, we have my new friend. Well, we've known each other for a long time, but dearest Cryptopamine. How you doing, man?
And it is a pleasure to be here, sir.
Good. I keep butchering your name. Eventually, I'll get it right. And
Hey, man,
last
that's the best part about it.
yeah, man. And last but not least, my good friend, Mr. Beez. How's it going, man? I don't know if his mic is working yet or not, but he says hi, I guess. So yeah. Oh wait, I see some movement. Say something again, brother. I hear a ghost. You're there, but maybe if you turn on the volume a bit. Anywho, he'll get back to us. So what's up, boys? What's cracking? BTC's doing well. Things are good.
Yeah,
Snow's
dude.
melting.
Fuck yeah, man. We're killing it, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. This is exactly like kind of the movement in 2017, man. It honestly feels good. I'm telling you right now, like just like the amount of energy that's happening in these conferences, dude, is a good indication of where the market's at. People are hyped. People are throwing money. Money's coming into these projects. It's like, you know, there's a nice little momentum that's happening right now.
What are some of the things that you've seen in the space recently? You went to Korea, right?
Yeah, so we went to Hong Kong first, and then Korea. I think I spoke with you after I went to Hong Kong. What's it called? With both of those, you know, there's big funds coming in, guys. You know, these are funds that are 100+ mil funds. You know, big boys coming in, looking for allocation to projects. You know, like doing like either big purchases of tokens or straight up equity deals into these companies offering tokens, both in STOs as well as crypto companies, I guess you could say, like regular ICOs. And then of course you got your IEOs right now. A lot of these exchanges are launching out heavy, right? You just had OKX that just launched out their IEO that sold out in like 27 seconds or some shit like that, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I think it just happened like today or yesterday. I don't know, whenever it did. And then you got Binance with their IEO platforms. I think Huobi is launching a few. Same with like Upbit and stuff. So yeah, man, there's a lot of money coming into the space, and I think we're gonna continuously rise up. And I think honestly, if we break 6K and we stay above 6K and we start creeping towards 7K, I think what you're gonna see is a drastic movement up. You're gonna see a movement from like 7 to like 9, potentially even 10K, like very, very quickly. Because I think what's going to happen is that it's going to start spreading. You're going to start seeing cryptocurrencies in the news, just like happened in 2017, for those of you that were in 2017. And, every single regular, investor is going to look at Coinbase, and they're going to start buying Bitcoin on their freaking phones. And that's exactly how I think it's going to play out. If we can break 6K, start inching towards 7K, and then the FOMO starts kicking in.
Do you think that we could actually break 6K without any fundamental news coming into it? Like, let's say at this point here, we have the juice.
Personally, for me, like, I'm gonna let other people talk here in a sec, but like, I'm sorry about that, guys. Personally, for me, I don't think we can break through without heavy fundamentals coming. I don't think we're going to break through 6K just yet. I think we're going to reject off 58. We're going to come down, and then it's going to go sideways for a bit until maybe some other kind of news comes in, and then we're going to pop up.
Awesome. Anyone else want to chime in? Anybody?
Nah, man. I mean, I agree with you
Where's
there.
my fucking co-host? Yo, King. Who the fuck is this?
We're going straight to 20K, man.
We're going straight to 20. All right.
Cancel everything and ship it down the river, bro.
All right.
Yo.
Hey, you stole the words right out of my mouth, man. I don't know what else to say to that.
Straight to 20K? All right, let's
Right to
fucking
20K,
go.
man.
Let's go.
Straight to 20. All right. So King says 20. I say reject off 58. Journal. What do you say, homie?
Man, I got to be honest. I think we reject off 58.
Yeah. I think so too.
I like it, man. I mean, I really think that's the play.
I think so too. I mean, look, we've at the end of the day, guys, the long play of crypto, right? We want it obviously to be organic growth as time passes. We've been pumping, guys. Let's just be real here. Obviously we just rose up like, I mean, how many percent, in the last like month, we just rose up, right? We got to kind of, there's going to be a correction. All of you guys are traders, like, right? There's going to, we have to be realistic. There's going to be a slight correction. Bags, you fucking cunt. There's going to be some sort of slight correction, It's not going to be like, hopium over here, like straight, no offense to King over here, but straight 20.
Yeah, no, actually at that and on a legitimate value, I'm hoping for a pullback, but that's me hoping is what I told. I think it was Meat earlier this. I could easily see a ripper through straight 58 because there's a lot of short fuel that hasn't been touched yet that we could just straight up liquidate. Whether it holds above 6 would be the real issue to me here. But I mean, we did get a 7700 candle right before we went down, which was probably a lot of short interest. And so I think on the opposite way, 58's what looks like, where resistance wants to be met. But I think there's going to be a lot of people that short that. And I think it's going to pose a potential for a lot of people who are just, very basic in their trading habits to get a new butthole ripping up how we got to like 5K.
That's a really good point, man. That's actually a really good point. Do you think that there is? Do you think there's a potential that once we break past 58, let's just say we start trailing to 65 or so, do you think that there's going to be a push from the media side, like traditional media, like you're going to start seeing it on CNN and shit like that, and then the average person's going to load up Coinbase, start buying BTC, and we're going to rip above and start going?
Dude, retail really isn't going to be moving this market at this point. Back in 2017, and you're trading in the range of like 1 to 2K. I could fucking see that being a narrative. But all these institutional, they're now accumulating a cost-based average of, let's just call it 4K. And so they got a lot heavier bags to move because now we're playing with 4K and not 1 to 2K.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely going to be lesser. But if you pull up the weekly chart right now, it looks like we're about to get a nice little golden cross with some odds. 3-day already got it.
Hell yeah, man. Fucking love that, dude. I love that analysis. Sick. Dope.
Yeah.
I'm just here like holding my phone, acting like an idiot.
Dude, now you know how I feel, man. I did that for like 17 episodes straight.
Holding your phone right here.
Dude, my left shoulder was bigger than my right one just because I was there the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know if you're with me. I'm sitting in the kitchen like an idiot.
Hey, man. Yo, appreciate you being here, man. But later on, you were telling us that you're going to, what's it called?
So I want to clear some of the air with BitBus and stuff like that. I mean, we can do it.
Yeah.
We can
talk
do it
about
later.
the bang bus.
The bang bus. But bro, look, you want me to talk about it now? Or you guys want to talk about it now, or you guys want to talk about like alts and shit like that? I can talk about it whenever you guys want.
Hey, man, we're here right now. Let's go for it.
All right.
Bring it out.
So, all right, guys. So, just to clear the air, right? There's obviously something called the BitBus. Through CT, we're getting, obviously we're getting a little bit of hate right now because people are coming up with the assumption that a bunch of influencers came together and essentially we are getting paid a ton of money or something like that. We're getting paid a ton of money to go up to this conference and speak at this conference and like essentially just be a bunch of jackasses. Look, Guys, what's it called? I never lied with you guys before. I'm not fucking gonna start right now. I'm gonna tell you straight up that we are not getting paid at all. Like, I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I'm not getting paid shit, and this is for me. So I can't speak for other people, so I'm not gonna pretend, like somebody else isn't getting paid. But for me, I'm speaking from my perspective, as well as you guys. A lot of you guys know that I do business with Nye. Nye's not getting paid either. Neither of us right now are getting paid for this. And I know for a fact Digital Lawrence isn't getting paid either. But none of us are getting paid for this. And at the same time, we honestly did not expect the BitBus to be like this. In all honesty, like when the BitBus was getting sort of started, the whole idea was that there was this conference in San Francisco, and we were all just gonna roll up in various cars, kind of caravan up or whatnot. Just a bunch of homies in LA. We're all gonna roll up, and we were just gonna show up to this conference, and we're just gonna have fun and like hang out. And then all of a sudden, it got wrapped into this like really in-depth package deal that I personally had I personally did not know about in the sense of like actually getting it set up, because I just had so much on my mind. I was like dealing with Hong Kong and dealing with Korea and all this other shit that I didn't expect it to be like this. Now, what I can tell you though is like, look, what I can tell you is that I am not getting paid for it, and I am actually paying $400+ on this trip to go stay at a hotel in San Francisco. So that's my point of view. That's Nye's point of view. That's Lawrence's point of view. That's our point of view on this matter. Like anybody who's saying that, we are going up there, we're speaking, we are getting paid a ton of money, this is our conference. That's not true. That's just my 2 cents. That's what I can tell you straight up, full transparency. And if anybody wants to ask me, to like show proof on my side, I can show you proof, man. I literally got yelled at. No, I didn't get yelled at, but I got asked to post about the BitBus like 2 days ago, because I was such a shitty fucking promoter of the BitBus that I completely forgot to promote the BitBus. Like literally, right? Like I told you, like I was so focused on Hong Kong and Korea that I didn't even end up posting about the fucking BitBus because I didn't know, I wasn't even involved in this shit, bro. Like honestly, I didn't set up anything. Nothing, dude. No sponsorships, nothing. And like I said from the get-go, I'm not getting paid shit for this.
I want to see those bank statements.
Bro, I'll show you my bank statements, homie. I'll show you my bank statements. You'll see a lot of fucking porn, but look, bro. Whatever, bro. You'll see a lot of fucking porn, but you're not.
No, man. Stop buying porn, man. It's such a waste of resources.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yo, Fungus, what's up, man?
Yeah, Fungus, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
What's up,
Welcome.
Fungus? How are you, my man?
Happy you could come join us. Do you want to chime in on the whole bank bus topic while we're here, or do you want to sit in the back and we keep going at it?
I mean, look, guys, chime in. I got nothing against fucking Fungus. I think he's funny. I've got no fucking beef with him. I actually told Gainsey too, dude. Look, man, I've been following Gainsey for a long time. He's a great fucking chartist. I got respect for Gainsey, but at the same time, like, what he was saying was honestly out of his ass. I mean, he doesn't know. He's assuming that like we're getting paid for this shit. I'm telling you from my perspective, I'm not getting paid shit, son, and I'm actually paying out like I'm gonna end up paying out like half a G for this thing.
Hey,
like you think I feel fucking good about that? No,
dude, we're sending Viacoy Man to the BitBus. we have a private fundraiser going on for Viacoy Man to get on the BitBus.
Yeah, but look, man, you guys, I don't know, whoever's been following my page, dude, you guys know me by now. I don't start fucking shit. I'm tight with all of you guys, like, whatever, bro.
It sucks that you have to defend yourself because of a position that you feel that you've been put in. Because just like agreeing to jump on a van with some friends is fucking cool. Next thing you know, you have to defend that you're not getting paid for things or what the event's about. And dude, that's some tough shit right there.
Dude, it absolutely was never supposed to be like this. It wasn't supposed to be this thing where, we were going up, we were going to sell all this shit. It was never supposed to be like this, honestly, man. Like, I can actually, no joke, I will scroll back on my Twitter and I will actually show proof of what it was supposed to be like. Literally, I even offered to drive people in my truck. I could fit like 5 people in my truck, and I told everybody that you can lay like sardines in my truck bed, and go up to this conference. Like that was how it was supposed to be. It was like a bunch of homies just grabbing like like riding up there to San Francisco, like having a good time and chilling. That was how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, thank you. So.
Yep. And I
Yeah,
know,
look,
and I know a lot of people here have beef with like Nine and stuff, but that's the same thing for Nine, the same thing for Lawrence. We ain't fucking getting paid for shit, and this is exactly how it's supposed to roll.
Yeah, and earlier we were kind of talking about how it has the contrary effect of what we think would happen.
The what? The what?
Oh, it would have the contrary effect than, people talking about him all the time just brings a lot more eyeballs, so everyone now knows who everyone is. So it's an interesting feedback right there, a little loop.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. But it's whatever. I think I still got love for you guys. I mean, whoever fucking rags on the shit, like games and stuff like that. I still got love for him. I'm not like, Cred. I think Cred took some shots at us. I still got love for Cred. I think his fucking shit is dope. Yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah. But I see Fungus keeps coming in and out. So before you head out again, I just want to say your level of memes is A1. You make me laugh almost every day. So I really appreciate your work. Good stuff, man.
Dude, Fungus, you need to start memeing Bagsy more, bro. Bagsy's a punk.
It's like, but there's only so much you can do. The Bane thing was fucking clever, but how much can you do with the? I don't want to know the answer to that shit.
That was a bad move, man.
No. Hopefully he didn't hear that. But Beez, your mic's working. What's up, bro?
Yeah, man, it's working. All right, dude, it's good in yourself. Good, dude. It's good. You all having a good time?
Yeah.
We're chilling, man. We're chilling. Just explain this BitBus situation.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of flack for it, but it's probably part of being in crypto Twitter. Is the flack comes not very logically. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, I just, whatever flack, with it, I'm just trying to clear the air. But I just don't want people to think, people are allowed to think whatever they want to think, like their opinion. They could think this is fucking corny or cheesy or whatever they want to think. That's cool. That's fine with me. I just don't want people to think that we are getting paid for this, because we are not. Like that, it's not our conference, guys. I have nothing. Like, it's not our conference. We're not getting paid shit for it.
Fuck, I wish you were, man. For the level of shit you're getting, might as well make some money.
Yeah, seriously, bro. You telling me, bro? I'm gonna be out $500 after this, man.
Yeah, it's like, here, take my money, give me some shit on top of that, and let's spend some time. That's a good deal.
Seriously, bro. Seriously.
Oh man, that's some funny shit though. But yeah, so apart from that, I mean, one thing I actually want to talk a bit about, or something a bit less entertaining, or is about IEOs actually. Yeah. I just had a few questions. Like, I did some research, and from what I've come to realize, it's a better way for, let's say, investors to invest in certain ICOs or IEOs in this case. What do you think are the drawbacks for a consumer to use an exchange to purchase, ICO tokens or IEO tokens? Is there a drawback?
Oh, I have to register on some dodgy Mongolian exchange.
Are there any dodgy Mongolian exchanges?
Yeah, IDAX.
One?
IDAX, not IDEX, IDAX.
Really? It's Mongolian?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's dope. Good to know.
Yeah, but I guess it's not any more risky than buying ICO tokens off a scam project, At least the exchange does the due diligence part of it. Yeah,
I actually think it's quite better, especially if it's a low-class project like that.
I haven't bothered with any IEO. Yeah, go for it, brother. Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say, personally, for me, like IEOs, the only thing that's a little bit, I think the only thing that's a little bit, I guess, scary or dodgy or whatever you want to call it, right? About investing in IEOs is that you don't know. Like, this is the whole thing with BTT, right? You don't know what is happening on the back end. Like, you don't know whether the exchange and all the core people bought in before they got listed on like Binance, right? That was a whole issue with Binance listing the BTT. So like that's I think, you know, Binance is obviously in the limelight. You know, but these other exchanges like that have less transparency than Binance. I mean, Binance, you know, some people argue that Binance has no transparency. I disagree to certain points, to a certain degree, but there's definitely other like exchanges. Like imagine like if Cryptopia hosted a fucking IEO, right? Who like, God knows
forbid,
what, you know, yeah, God forbid like that ever happened, but like God knows what they would be doing on the back end, right? Like that
Bro,
is
we used to do that shit on C-Sex, man. That was fucking nuts. That was just like,
Yeah, tell us about it.
nah, I can't talk too much about it, but C-Sex was, it was an untapped market. You could do whatever you want. Lots of people buying their own shit. About 80% of the supply was bought by like people who would release tokens on C-Sex, and then it was just free game from there.
Wow.
It's just crazy, man. Just it's like that's nuts. That's just, you know, that's horrible for you know, a regular retail investor, you know, coming in, doesn't know what the fuck's going on, you know, like doesn't check CT, or doesn't even check the stream or whatnot, right? They're gonna get blown
CT
out.
can't help you with that, man.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
CT is gonna draw you into that.
Exactly. All these fucking big accounts gonna fucking draw you into it. Exactly. Fucking
Down to the
guys,
casino.
yeah, guys like Tunes are gonna fucking rebrand a celery and make you fucking try to FOMO into selling.
Oh man. Oh, that's why he did this. Oh, it's because of seller. I wonder
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
seller.
yeah.
I didn't fucking. I'm so stupid, but yeah, no. So, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Twitter, man, will lure you to some fun projects. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you know, so whatever, you know, it's, yeah, God forbid, like, these shitty exchanges start doing these fucking IEOs and start really selling out. And, it's, you know, it's unfortunately, like, IEOs are becoming, like, the new ICO, right? Everybody wants a piece, and it's, like, fucking horrible. I can't believe that OKX, like, did the IEO and they, like, sold out in 27 seconds or something like that.
Do you think there's a good opportunity for some quick 5-10x's because of the novelty of IEOs?
I mean, I personally think like maybe not 5 to 10, but definitely 2 to 3.
Because I think an IEO came out yesterday or today, and it opened at 10x the IEO cost.
Dude,
So.
Tunes, I got love for you. I got love for you. Tunes is literally DMing me right now, going, "I'll literally choke you to death with celery." I got love for you, Tunes. I got love for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
man.
these backends of his IOs are so crazy. Like, I had a conversation this week with guys from Coinil, and it's not for retail consumer. It gets as fuck the worst. It's actually the project where they tell the project, if you don't sell out in 20 minutes, you have to buy the rest of the tokens.
No
so
way.
That they, seriously, man, because they for these Asian casinos, it's basically the best picture would come out would be always to sell out, irrelevant of the project. So even if they only sell a tenth of the tokens, they don't give a fuck if the other 90% don't get traded. At least that 10% gets bought up because there's a lot of guys who didn't get in. After 20 minutes, anyone comes around, there's only 10% supply. So it's actually good for the price post-listing. But for the project, they have to put a deposit down for at least the minimum of what the exchange would have made if they sold out 100%. And yeah, that's how they target these things, because all these guys' track record is the biggest thing for them because they're competing with Binance. So if you have a track record of being highly profitable and always listing the so-called best projects that the ones that run them a profit, then you make money. So yeah, it's finding the correct exchange for your IO is usually the biggest problem. The Western ones work in a different method, but if you look at all these Vietnamese, God forbid, Mongolian exchanges, that's their strategy.
That's crazy, man. That's nuts. Now, do you know if any of these IEOs completely didn't sell out and they had to buy back their tokens?
All those ones on Coinil, all those ones on IDAX. Like, if you go on Coinil's website, they all claim that they made $1 million more, but there was only one project that made $500,000. I have no proof to this, but there was only one that actually made a considerable sell.
That's crazy, man. That sucks, dude. That's shitty.
Yeah, I don't know who wins and who loses in this, because if they sell out, fuck all. There's very little selling pressure because the projects aren't allowed to sell their tokens instantly. Otherwise, they'll dump the price and then it looks like a failed IEO.
Yeah.
And no one wants that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder what the biggest IEO is going to try to raise in funding. Are we going to
It's gonna be
see some
scary.
more billion-dollar IEOs?
I think so. I think
Yeah?
so. Back.
It's coming?
Yeah. I think that this summer into fall, I think we're gonna see some big boys come in, like big like
big dick bandit boys, those big motherfuckers.
Honestly, I think like this summer into fall, like we're gonna see some big projects that are gonna try to push into like the top 20 coin market cap, like big boys.
Really? Like
I think we're gonna establish some new guys coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, we might see something from the Binance Malta Corporation in terms of the security token IEO kind of situation where they list their first security token, massive company potentially into the space. You don't know. It'll be awesome. Like it'll be awesome to just see how it plays out. But as we know, like a big part of where like 2017 got real fucking crazy is when I think it was Telegram, right? That wanted $1 billion or something like that. What was the amount?
Oh yeah. They want like $1 billion to do jack shit.
Yeah, and looking back, you can understand why. It's one of those many signs looking back at a bubble. It's like, fuck it, like really.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, man. I personally know of 2 projects with like very, very stacked teams and very high capital that are looking to like push in and they expect themselves to be like top 20 coins, and these are like big projects. So if that's 2 right now that I'm hearing about in April, I think that by summer and fall we're gonna see probably like at least 4 more.
I presume those are all Binance projects.
They'll probably be on Binance. In my opinion, they'll be. There's no confirmation on where they're going to be like listed or IEO or whatnot. But in my opinion, because of their team and who they know, there's a good chance that these guys will be Binance projects.
Yeah, that's cool. Like you have to be on that size. Like that's Bittrex' whole downfall is you can't be a medium-sized exchange and compete with other fucking crazy medium exchanges in Vietnam and to think you're going to if you play it right, there's going to be a good outcome.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like something randomly popped in my head. I imagine in the States it varies from state to state, but tax-wise, what is one of the best ways to actually go about taxating your trades? Are there any strategies, any type of moves you can do to circumvent some of it? Does anyone?
What do you mean, what do you mean, like to?
You mean like paying less, or?
Yeah, pay less, exactly. Not hide it, but pay less. Kind of circumvent some of the costs.
For the end of the year,
I like how you word it that way.
Whoops.
He's like beating around the bush.
Pay less, preferably zero.
Exactly. Does anyone know of any loops in the States?
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely. I mean, it's what's it called? I mean, look, at the end of the day, like because we're streaming, like right, like tax evasion and all that stuff is illegal. So let's just get this disclaimer out right there.
I pay my taxes.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
we probably all do.
Yeah, we all pay our taxes.
Of course.
But of course, there's some ways to like shell corp and stuff. I think one of the most legal ways to kind of go around with taxes is I think Nye actually had a really cool podcast about using an IRA to trade. So I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like I understand that because I don't. But yeah, I mean, if you want to like check that out, there's a guy inside it that's actually like.
You mean like a Roth IRA or?
Yeah, I think you can like set it up so you can like draw off your Roth IRA and you can like trade with it, and then you can essentially put it back in. And I think you can pay taxes.
I mean, it just depends, yeah.
Yeah, you can pay taxes like very minimally that way. I mean, like I said, I don't understand it though.
Yeah, as long as you put it back in, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. There's a whole like podcast on it, guys. I'm not gonna shill it out right now, but if you guys want to check it out, you guys can check it out.
Yeah, no, feel free to shill, man. This platform's for everyone to learn, so fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some guy that explains it in detail and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty easy to set up, and once you set it up, you can technically, be like kind of like shifty that way
Yeah,
in a
it's
legal way.
yeah, because like that's the thing. If you're able to do these little moves, it'll only increase your chances of profitability over time. Because if you end up paying 30, 40, 50% in taxes when you don't have to pay that much, that eats right into your profit. And
Yep.
so yeah, like taking the time to actually research that can be really beneficial, and you'll save hundreds of thousands over the years. No joke.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, but I think
another
that guy,
good tip.
Jiu-Jitsu or something is his name, Jiu-Jitsu Crypto. Like he has a big thread that put out like how he kind of lost more money than what he made because of tax problems that he incurred of not researching it correctly over time.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That sucks. Like you think you're making all this money, you think you're like trading well, and all of a sudden like just taxes out of nowhere just bone you.
Yeah, it's one of those
love
shit
the
things
government.
you have to know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking randomly, actually. I heard of a cool project today. I'm going to share it with the listeners. It's called the coin is Lino or Lino coin. It's basically. Have you guys heard of PewDiePie, the streamer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's tired of YouTube, so he's partnering up with that platform, and he's taking all of his basically his show there, and it's basically like a Twitch but on blockchain. And the coin isn't out yet or anything, but I found it really interesting on a macro perspective. PewDiePie, for those who don't know, he's the biggest streamer in the world. He nets millions, and one of that magnitude changes platforms. And if that platform offers better deals to streamers and actually pays the streamers well, everyone's going to go there. So yeah, I saw that earlier today. I thought it could be interesting to check. But it's not,
That's really cool, man. That's kind of getting close to what's it called?
gaming.
What's that coin that Toons loves? What's his name?
Oh, Theta.
Theta. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. But imagine you have the most popular streamer in the world. That's going to net you a huge percentage of the market. So definitely check it. I think it's going to be
100%, man.
Yeah, it's actually massive if you think about it.
Yeah, it really is. Like you guys know what?
That's a huge amount. That's a huge amount of people, just regular people looking at his videos on the blockchain, essentially, right?
Exactly.
I will see it over time. All the massive parts of the incumbents just transitioning over to tech that benefits their agenda so much better. And over time, before we know, we're all fucking using tablets that's blockchain incorporated, and no one even knows it.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome, man.
It's going to be seamless.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How long do you think it's going to take?
Difficult. I don't know. 10 years?
10 years, huh?
That's easy answer.
Man.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cryptopamine?
Oh, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Be honest on that one.
What is it? We always overestimate what happens in 2 years and underestimate what happens in 10 years or 5 years or something like that. What's the book grades for it? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thought we'd have flying cars in like 1970.
Yeah.
How are we actually on the road to that? Are flying cars going to be a thing soon? There must be some work being done on it, no? I realize Uber, this isn't a car show, but maybe one of you guys might know.
I think Uber has plans for 2020 to be in Dubai and Dallas or something like that, to put out their first pilot programs next year or the year thereafter. I'm not sure, but it's not very long from now.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Really?
Just nuts.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I know a company in Korea right now that's developing virtual reality that's exactly like Ready Player One. So
fuck.
Nice.
Yeah, they yeah, it's a lot different, right? Like instead of using the handles like on like an Oculus, right? Instead of using like a handles, you're actually able to like have a glove that actually has like real time, like I mean, like your fingers can actually like move and stuff real time. You can like touch and has like touch sensitivity and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's all wireless. Like you just wear like a backpack or you wear some sort of like little mini pack or something.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys actually play games with these virtual reality? Like, you see these things on YouTube avenues, but I've never really experienced it firsthand. Like, what's the quality of these things and all that?
It's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. I have a blast with it, man. I just got like an Oculus Pro recently just to try it out. I know that the new one's coming up, so I'm super excited for that. The Oculus Quest, I think. I got the Go, dude. It's like it was cheap. It was like $200, and it was like a lot of fun. It's like well worth it in my opinion. I think. And then I did one of those like I went to like downtown Disney, and they had like one of those immersive ones where like you're walking through a room, and the room is like tailored around the software, so like as if you're like fully immersive in, and you're like actually there. And that was crazy.
Yeah, I don't dare put one on, man. I don't know. I get a feeling I'm gonna like it way too much.
You might lose touch with reality, man.
Dude, if you guys lose me, I can't lose myself either. Man, it scares me though. If I like it too much, like goodbye everything. I'm afraid that our kids. Hmm?
No, I've thought about that, man. That's some crazy shit that can happen.
Dude, for our kids especially, just like imagine your life sucks so bad that you just fully just go, you know?
Yeah.
Your best friend is a pixel now, and you don't even know the difference.
Imagine crypto Twitter on virtual reality.
Yeah, I'll be there.
That would be suicidal, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I haven't fucked with the VR, but I probably will one day. I won't have a choice.
I'll go chart on it later for you. I'll go live in VR, but maybe tomorrow. And I'll go and I'll stream it, and I'll do like trading view and shit for you guys.
Get fucking out of here.
Hopefully
you really do that.
I mean, whatever. I'll try it. I mean, maybe it'll work. You know, then who knows?
Imagine the market just starts dumping while you have it on.
Dude, that'd be traumatic.
That would be so. Yeah, you try to fix your stop losses, BitMEX overloads. There's like a huge overload sign.
It's horrible. I posted a video a while ago about this guy that he did 7 days in VR.
Wow.
Yeah, he did like everything, like eat, sleep, everything in VR. He always had the headset on, and it was always connected. And when he ate, like he kind of knew where his hands were and stuff. And he said it was just really, really trippy. Like he didn't know, he couldn't distinguish what was reality and like what was fake. Like when he got out, it was sort of like a I don't know, like a paradigm or something, whatever you call it.
Dude, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Man, things are gonna get so intense in the next 10, 20 years.
Oh, it's gonna be great, bro. Honestly, like if I have kids, like I'm super jealous of my kids, bro, because they're gonna have the fucking greatest time.
Hopefully, there's still a good, 50 years left. I don't think we have that much. I don't want to be a pessimist, but something fucked up is gonna happen in the next while. Okay? I think we all know it's coming. There's something.
You just got to move to Mars, man.
Man.
Yeah. So funny.
You ever watch Doom? I'm not going to Mars. Man, The Martian was a fucking great movie, though. That was the top one.
Dude, it's so funny. So funny.
Yeah, I guess that's skills actually come in handy, like farming or wood cutting, fishing. I'm thinking of all the RuneScape skills, crafting.
Fishing? How you gonna fish on Mars?
So fucked.
What the hell are you talking about, Bagsy? How you
gonna
fish on Mars?
Just like in general, how these skills would come really in handy, for Mars or for, a meteor or zombies or,
How does How does wood cutting come in handy in Mars, Bagsy? You gonna grow a tree? You gonna grow trees in Mars and wait down there for 100 years for the tree to grow?
Oh, I don't know. You got strong shoulders, okay? Strong shoulders.
My boy just backing up Mars, killing people left, right, center. You are the Doom movie.
That was honestly top. That Alien versus Predators, that was sick.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah, Interstellar was actually the #1 space movie I've seen of all time. I fucking cried.
It's a good movie.
And his daughter's there, just banging. I'm like, yo, come on, hear him. Yeah, so to our viewers listening, I'm sorry for the rambling. If you guys have any questions or anything crypto related you want me to talk about, let us know, because I could talk about space all fucking night.
Does anybody have any comments?
Yeah, are there any good altcoins that you guys are? What's that?
I said, anybody got any questions or comments so far?
Yeah, please type. But yeah, are there any fucking like shit coins or major pair altcoins you guys are looking at? Because right now I'm scared, man.
Yeah, I'm still flat on altcoins right now. I'm looking to buy Viacoin at some point and then get Viacoin Man to show it to the fucking moon.
You're a fan of Via?
Yeah, I love Via, bro.
Like, I really haven't done my due diligence, but
it's a good coin.
Romano does more lifting than fucking any other developer I've seen in the realm, bro.
Dude, no shit.
That much I heard already. Like, he's a fucking worker, and he ate the most perfect ass I've. Oh god, oh god. I was so envious of him. I didn't think it was real at first.
What?
When he ate out Brenna Sparks. Oh man.
He ate out a stripper's butthole so we could get a 50% haircut.
I am not envious in that.
I bought groceries that month.
That's what happened. We didn't spark the bull market. We got a 50% haircut.
Oh man. But yeah, I'm looking at Ethereum actually. I may have said it on Sunday once. Ethereum BTC. I'm waiting on that pair. EOS also.
EOS, right?
Yo, what's up, Viacoin Man? I see you in the fucking chat. I see you.
Dude, honestly, I've been feeling like 10% of my profits on every single trade. I'm just throwing into EOS.
How long have you been doing that for?
I've been doing that for a while now. I mean, first entry. I mean, my very first entry, like starting to like do that, was at 86. But my main in my bag is at 91, 92.
Nice. Nice. I won't lie, I kind of got chopped up on BitMEX a bit.
Okay, happens to everybody, man.
We're still alive. We're still alive. Yeah, Tunes keeps screaming Tezos in the fucking chat.
No, Tunes, shut the hell up.
You know, like, I don't think he's wrong. I don't think he's
what
wrong.
Happened to Theta? I thought Tunes is all about Theta, man. You can't just be jumping from project.
Well, I mean,
you can't.
I can't.
He 3x's when he's out.
He's a phantom. He moves from project to.
No, that was last week's project. Was Phantom.
Oh yeah. I forgot he was chilling. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Phantom is my baby. Like I don't have any love towards any shitcoin, but Phantom I think is my 100x, and I'll stand by it till it happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, who's one back?
Phantom I think is my. What's that?
I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, like, I slept on EOS, like, or EOS, whatever you want to call it, in 2017. I slept on it, not thinking that I honestly thought it was shit. I was just like, this guy, they're raising so much money up. This thing is not going to go above $1. And I completely missed it, man. So, like Dan Larimar is like one person who doesn't ever shill unless he has something solid.
Mhm.
So
He's an interesting one.
he's definitely an interesting one, but he's for the most part he's a pretty quiet, like he's like pretty quiet CEO or CTO, whatever you want to call it, right? Pretty quiet guy, and the fact that he's shilling EOS. I don't know whether you guys saw like the message he posted, right, saying that the next biggest thing is going to happen since EOS's inception in like June. I really don't want to sleep on that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Only like 9 months later.
I mean, he's straight calling it out. I've got some word on the street. Some people I've talked to that actually say that EOS does indeed have that money. They aren't bullshit. They actually do have like money in the billions.
Yeah,
So
I can confirm that.
Yeah, I'm just
Really?
not gonna.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have it. Nice.
Yeah, that's sick.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the one thing they did different than all the ISO projects. Were the biggest one, and they fucking sold that shit. They hired some of the best traders in the world to get rid of that Ethereum.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
See, that's why I love you, Beez. We got you. You got that information.
That's dope. That's dope.
Oh man, dude, the amount of shady shit I'm starting to learn from that just goes on inside these projects is insane. Insane.
Yeah, man. ICO scene is not nearly as bad as people even think.
Yeah. Anything you want to add to the list of things in ICOs that are bad?
Let me think. I'll bring something up now. Just scroll through this dark black book over here.
Reaches in the library, pulls out a tomb, flops it on the table.
Yeah, just weigh. You always have to weigh up how much Monero a guy has to put a hits on you.
Dude, do people actually put hits and pay in Monero? Because if they did, that would make sense.
I don't know.
What they like dark pool it, or they dark send it, whatever they call it, right? Dark
yeah, that or just Monero or any privacy coin. Imagine you pay a hitman 10K in like Zcoin.
I'm gonna pay a hitman 10K to dox you.
Oh man, that's a bad deal. You could probably get it for a lot cheaper.
You'll do it yourself.
Fuck, eventually, man. Like, I know, I'm gonna slip up at some point. I'm gonna slip up, and that'll be that. Then there's gonna be a new chapter in my life. So I'm ready. I'm fucking ready. I'm not that ugly. So
have any of you guys ever invested into index funds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Mm-hmm.
Which ones do you guys use most likely?
Like index funds, like Vanguard and stuff.
Yeah. No, the crypto specific ones. Let's put it like
crypto,
that.
Crypto specific.
No, I haven't. Yeah.
Don't.
All right. Yeah, I got that vibe as well.
Got it. Makes sense.
Pretty early on, I got that vibe.
Yeah, dude. Like, if those guys have literally no obligation to what they have to do with your assets. So these guys would fucking margin lend the fuck out of your assets on Bitfinex, and you see shit like that. Like, that's where most of the volume from Bitfinex's margin lending started off at some point, was fucking index funds.
Oh, you do. You're right.
Yeah.
How are they trying to sell it to people? Like, package it?
You'll be a millionaire quick.
Yeah. Well, there's value in the sense if you start buying index funds at the bottom of a trough or something like that, then it will make money because they do outperform Bitcoin, but they also die with the rest of the markets because they'll pull them down when they come down. So
yeah,
yeah, and you never know if these guys actually hold your assets. They might have been hacked, and they just keep on posting that NAV, and then just at some point when the guys come running for the assets, we don't have it. Sorry, you guys. The regulation says we're fine.
Do you guys know a project called Uplexa?
Uplexa? No, not at all.
But
No, but let me look into it.
someone in chat asked us about it, so I figured we could do some due diligence.
Yo, boys, what's it called? I gotta run right now. I gotta get ready and shit like that.
Oh, thanks for coming on, brother.
It's been a pleasure, boys. You guys are fucking awesome.
Right on, man.
Thanks for calling. Yeah, we'll talk soon, guys.
Sounds good, man. Enjoy the bang buzz, and catch you guys soon.
King Bagsy, dude. This motherfucker, bro. Unbelievable. But I will enjoy it.
Good.
I'll catch you later.
See you, man.
Yo, anyone know?
Having a good day today, huh?
Does anyone know about this Doc coin, Doc BTC?
Is it the Cryptopia one?
It's called Doc.
Doc.
Like I docked Romano.
Yeah, I did pretty well on that one.
Like more information.
I don't know shit about it though.
Own and share your credentials and professional achievement certificates. What is this?
It's when you get to last, you get your participation, Ruben.
Oh God, who made background check on the blockchain?
Really? That's
no
good.
Shit, really?
See what employers see and run a self background check. Okay, that's not bad, but that has nothing to do with blockchain.
Mm-hmm. The information is authentic. I guess that's yeah. I don't know, but yeah, Uplexa. I don't know, man. It has like a 500K market cap. It had 2 big pumps, but I had to.
Like it's almost done now.
Yeah, I would be taking profit. That's for sure. But I don't know. I don't know what it does. It trades on GraveX and Stacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many. They're coming to be so many of these projects in the space. We're at how many cryptocurrencies now? Like 2,500 probably.
Well, I think we're way more than that. If you go look at not CoinMarketCap, but CoinPaprika and those sites, they have way more.
I figure a lot of those don't have working blockchains anymore, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Which at that point, I consider they're kind of gone. If you let your blockchain fucking die, then you're fucked.
Yeah, I won't lie. I mean, the website for Uplexa looks nice. I'm surprised. Can't say I've exactly read what they're up to, but that's nice to see. So oftentimes, like, you could just, I mean, obviously a website isn't everything, but if you land on a coin, it looks good. It looks like they're up to something, even if they're not. So at least there's that.
Got a little video.
Yeah, with some graphics, nice purple, relaxing, makes you want to purchase some coins.
Don't mind if I do.
Fuck, man. I promised myself I would not buy any more shit coins.
Yeah, I'm loaded out.
Yeah, what's it for your brain? What's the cap of projects or investments that you think is your max that you could actually handle? Handle as in keep an eye on and make modifications to, not moonbags.
I always say 10 or 15, but I actually struggle with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I always tell myself, you fucking have to do less, man, but it always ends up being about a mile. Some of those projects are just not fucking go. You sit there and wait forever.
Yeah, for me too, and like for everyone listening, try not to over diversify it. It sucks, like, especially when 95% or more of these projects are eventually going to go to zero. I hate to say it, but the thing is, we don't know when that is, and we expect at least another run. That's why we're buying these coins. So try not to buy them and then just forget about them over time. Like, you have to kind of monitor, unless you're, I guess, picking long-term investment bags. But even at that, you gotta try not to overextend, I guess. is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
You know, like I bought a fucking coin called what was it? Savernite. It was some shit coin on Trade Ogre. Man, next thing you know, that thing was down 98%. I was like, what? I honestly, I fucked up. Like, I didn't check it. Next thing you know, I got nothing. You know, like I think that project probably exit scam. They did some fucked up shit. So, yeah,
I'm sure, man.
yeah, that was not my proudest moment. Luckily, I wasn't over invested in that project, but still, I lost it.
Yeah, when they
I
drop
think everyone-
faster, we don't even go check what happened because there's no point in even knowing what happened.
It's done. Like someone did something, and there's no going back.
There's only pain left in this thing, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that was, fuck. I'm actually embarrassed about that bag. But yeah, we learn from mistakes.
We've all had a story like that.
Yeah, so to everyone listening, that's a lesson to keep an eye on it, you know. Or the best thing you can do is actually set alerts. If you have TradingView or one of these platforms, just set alerts. One on top, one underneath the price, and that way you know where it's going if it hits a critical level. But yeah, it's probably just easier to buy Bitcoin and just hold.
Yeah, and always presume you're wrong. Like, I think that's one of the most contrarian aspects of all of this is the fact that this technology seems like everything's going to work. You get so fucking excited about everything. It's going to change the world, but you should presume these guys have no fucking idea what they're doing and they just get cash for running a blockchain or doing an ICO. But it's not going to play out as you hope. So, yeah, fundamentally, everything seems like we're going to live in a kumbaya fucking virtual reality world where you can log on to crypto, Twitter, pay with your BAT tokens, whatever. We'll see. We'll see.
Just don't bet on it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's always the thought of, you know, what's that next Black Swan event going to be? What's gonna? Because there's going to be something that's either going to propel us forward or nuke us. It happens every few years. You know, it's just a part of it. I wonder what that next thing is going to be.
Anymore.
Yo, that thing has been nullified to the ground. Are these? Oh man! In 2017, I was so pissed. Oh.
They almost got me hard, man. That wick, I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Luckily, at the time, I wasn't actively trading. I only started in August 2017, but I remember feeling it. Luckily, I wasn't in like at that point. I wasn't longing, shorting. I was just like buying Bitcoin and whatnot. So yeah, we got lucky, but that thing killed people. So I wonder what that next event's gonna be.
It's probably going to be a regulatory movement, something. I don't know. In terms of like a derivatives product, like an ETF. Well, not really a derivative, but
yeah, we could just ask Loom to fucking market buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loom on CNBC making an announcement.
Man, the one interact, huh?
The next big move is going to come from Bitcoin Man's announcement.
I'll make sure to wait on that. But the one interaction I've had with Loom was maybe a month ago. He messaged me. He just 2 words. It was, please stop. I'm like fuck. Oh, I still don't know why.
That's funny shit, man.
Yeah, feel the love. But does Loom really move markets, or is that a CT meme?
Hell yeah, go Preds, baby. Loom's got some work to him.
Has some work to him.
Some work.
Worth. Okay, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Fuck. Once you. That's the thing about first movers advantage. If you learn how to get better than the crowd or as early as possible, like you can go far.
Who long, baby?
Yeah. Too long. Yeah, that's why we're all here, How many runs do you guys think we have left in this thing?
Uno.
Yeah.
Hmm?
A lot.
One? A lot.
Yeah, I think if you've been around long enough, you can just perpetuate the scam.
Okay.
There are always, as long as cryptocurrencies don't just completely go to shit, there will always be a new coin to make money off of.
And there's always going to be a new narrative or a new. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's a beautiful market. 24/7. It's greedy. You can do whatever you want, almost. There's just so much appeal to traders and to newbies and gamblers and degenerates. It's a beautiful place. I love it. I hope it never changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep the government the fuck out of it, but you never know.
The fucking government.
Yeah, like how much do you guys think our government will clamp down? And how much does that stand?
How much can they is really the question.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, but that's what I mean. How much can they, and how much will they try to? I guess
Depends on how
They'll try
hard the
a lot
banks.
of
what?
I said it depends on how hard the banks lobby. In my opinion, it might be too late before they can get anywhere in framework to really change anything.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think the energy is there to actually do something effectively, and it will become way too late for them to actually do something.
Because of how slow the system is and how much time it takes to change things.
Well, and they created the system for all of this to work out. Even if we look at just like something as stupid as the ICO market, like these offshore tax havens literally just perpetuated into an ICO market. If your government doesn't want to host you, we'll host you. That's fine. And yeah, so these guys are their nature as centralized entities who don't agree on anything would never allow them to actually effectively mount their offense onto cryptocurrencies.
That's a calculated answer. Thank you. Man, fucking banks. It's
fuck banks, man. Fuck banks.
Fuck banks, man. I sound like Butters from South Park. But I mean, for them, it's a beautiful system. So this is kind of like a replica of it, but for us, in a kind of degenerate way. But man, I don't know about you guys. I don't know how you all got into crypto, but I'm fucking happy to be here.
Oh yeah,
man. I don't have a fucking idea what I would have been doing without crypto.
I'd be bored as fuck. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, me too.
I might be able to play the fucking guitar.
Fuck, man, I'd probably be jerking off a lot more.
Wouldn't we all?
Oh man, so yeah, so I'm gonna top this off on one last question. If you guys can chime in something small. So to all of our listeners, what's one tip, one piece of advice that you can leave with them that'll help them profit in the next bull run and from here on out?
I guess I'll start by chiming in. Don't lose track of how much USD you actually have. I know so many people who just get infatuated with how many Bitcoins they've accumulated from what they've started with. And they end up broke once Bitcoin gets an 80% haircut. They're down to exactly what they started with, despite having 5 times as much Bitcoin. So be cognizant. Sometimes just sell your portfolio, sit in fiat for a minute, and think about what you actually have.
Yeah, for sure. I actually want to say that as well in terms of there's always been with narrative in terms of do I look at my portfolio as BTC or USD? Look at it in the one you're losing the most money. That's the one you're looking at. So, yeah, don't use it. Like, I think a lot of guys did that in 2017. If they were losing BTC, they were looking at the USD value. If they were looking at the USD value, they were losing BTC. So, yeah, I think it's very important to know what your portfolio actually is every day.
Yeah. Yeah, hard to top that. But I guess my piece of advice was pay your damn taxes, guys. They're coming this year.
The IRS.
They're coming.
Yeah, they're coming. In what way?
Oh yeah.
You want to elaborate? You're making me sweat.
Oh man, they're getting ready. I mean, I've been in the auditing sector for a while, and they are definitely starting to keep track of people. We'll put it that way.
How did they do that? Like through exchanges, I guess?
Oh yeah, they're with all of them now. Or not all the ones that are willing to work with them anyway. Bittrex, Coinbase, stuff like that. I mean, their IRS has pretty much everyone's data at this point.
They ain't talking to a motherfucking Mongolian exchange, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That's where you gotta go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, pay your taxes, guys. It might be a bit complicated the first time, but hopefully your accountant knows what he or she's doing. Like when I did my taxes, I had to teach my accountant what to do because he was a bit older and he knows his stuff, but he just wasn't. He didn't know the exact things, so that took me a bit. But it was cool, bring him in the loop and talking to him about crypto because none of his clients had brought that to him before. So yeah, you might have to find the right accountant, but I'm sure there's some specialized ones in the space that you can go to.
Yeah, they're getting better.
I think that says a lot about your professional guys in your life if they're willing to adapt what they're doing. If an accountant has no interest into what cryptocurrencies is, probably not the best accountant for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, very true. It's worth spending that extra 50, 100 just to get the job done right because it can cost you a lot more in the long run if you make a mistake, and then they're at your door. Like, not to make you guys sweat or anything. This is especially in the States, but it's the same in your countries. I mean, and let's say in Europe it might be a bit less complicated yet, but yeah.
Yeah, man. Some of these countries are still at the stage where we acknowledge there is something like cryptocurrencies.
Yeah. So yeah, that was everyone gave their piece of advice. I guess mine is buy Bitcoin. Simple as that. And, like, no joke. Like when I started trading, if I had just stuck with Bitcoin, things would have been much more beautiful. So if you're just learning, join some good groups, read some study guide, read Cred's guide, join my Discord. There's a bunch of free educational shit. Shameless plug. And just move slow. The market's going to stay here for a long time, like King said. So there's no rush. So to everyone watching and to my beautiful guests, thank you guys for coming on, and thank you to our viewers for watching. I really appreciate you guys. It's been awesome.
Sweet. Thanks, Bagsy. You guys take care.
Thanks,
you guys
Bagsy.
be good.
Thanks, guys.
Yo, my pleasure. Be good, guys. Peace.